The Faithful Hall of Fame, Moses. This is Moses, who was an Israelite born in Egypt in a time when Israelite boys were not supposed to live.
Wait, huh?
Moses, however, grew up in the palace of the Pharaoh, the very man who was enslaving the Israelite people. When Moses grew up, he made a big mistake
Uh-oh.
and fled Egypt
Wow!
to live with the Midianites.
Ah.
But God called Moses back to Egypt
Ah.
to deliver his people with the help of his brother Aaron.
Ooh.
After God showed his miraculous power in Egypt, he led the Israelites through the Red Sea and towards the Promised Land. They followed God, who showed himself as a cloud by day and fire by night. As God led them through the wilderness, the Israelites became thirsty and hungry. They complained to Moses and Aaron and said, "If only we had died in Egypt."
Huh?
God said to Moses that he would provide for his people.
Hey!
Each morning they awoke and found manna for the day,
What's that?
and each night God gave them meat. The people were still thirsty, and they were mad at Moses, saying, "Did you bring us out here to die of thirst?"
Yeah.
So Moses cried out to God, and God told Moses to strike a rock, and water came flowing out of it for the people to drink. And so the Lord provided for his people's needs. After traveling in the desert for 3 months, they came to Mount Sinai, and God called Moses from the top of the mountain. God spoke to Moses there of the future of his people and reminded him of the miracles of the past. After 3 days, there was thunder and lightning as a thick cloud covered the mountain. The people heard a loud trumpet blast. And Moses led people to the foot of the mountain to meet with God. God told them how his people were to live and how they were to honor him and respect each other. The Israelites had seen for themselves that God had spoken to Moses from heaven. These rules that God told them are called the 10 Commandments. And the Israelites feared God, for his mighty power had brought them out of slavery and provided for them in the desert.
Welcome back, boys and girls. I'm glad that you've joined us today. And today we're going to look at the last lesson we're going to learn on the life of Moses, our hero from the Old Testament. So I want to congratulate you if you watched all the 4 videos and now are watching this one, for going through everything and doing a proper Bible study. So we started this one a little different. We put the video at the front, and the reason we did that is because we're going to have a little song here at the end that celebrates the life of Moses. So there's a few things I wanted to talk to you about this video and what you saw in it. The first thing is about the Israelites as they were going through the desert. What were they doing constantly? They were constantly complaining about not having enough food, complaining about not having enough water, saying they were better off back in Egypt. Can you believe that? After all God had done for them, they wish they were back in slavery? So I ask you, are you a complainer? Do you complain about a lot of things, even though for the most part, most of us have a really great life here with God? Let's not be a complainer. Let's trust in what God's got for us, even through bad times. In Proverbs 3:5 it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart." And listen to this part. It says, "And do not lean on your own understanding." So that means while we may not understand what's going on at the time, that we have to trust God through it. So don't be a complainer. Don't complain to mom and dad or to grandma and grandpa or to your teachers or anyone else. Just accept what's going on in the life trust in God, and go forward with a positive outlook. You know, the second part I want to talk about was the Ten Commandments, because I'm not sure if you realize, at least you may not have until you read through the reading, one of the Ten Commandments is honor your father and mother. So it's not just that you should be good to mom and dad because of everything they've done for you. God commands that we are to honor our mother and father. So next time you might want to maybe not listen to what mom and dad say, or throw a little bit of a fit because you don't want to do what they tell you to. Remember, God has told us that we are to honor them. It's not just in the first commandments. Listen to this in Ephesians 6:1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. It's right to listen to mom and dad and do what they ask you to do without complaint. So, as I said, this is the last one on the story of Moses. Next week, we'll have a new hero of the Bible and learn about them. But right now, let's go watch this video and sing along with the song about Moses.
Let's meet Moses, who lived in the palace of Pharaoh. Moses did something bad, and it was a big uh-oh. So Moses ran far, far away. The people of Israel were stuck working all day. Moses was tending his sheep when he heard his name. God spoke to him through a bush that was burning up in flames. God had a great plan, but Moses said, "No way, you've got the wrong man." God let Moses' brother speak on his behalf, and the two went to the Pharaoh, each carrying a staff. Aaron told Pharaoh to let God's people go, but the Pharaoh told them, "No, no, no." God sent plagues to the land and to the skies, frogs and bugs and hail and even some pesky flies. After many days of this, the Egyptians were sad. Pharaoh said, "Get out of here," and the Israelites were glad. Moses and the Israelites left Egypt behind, but then the Pharaoh just up and changed his mind. Pharaoh chased the Israelites, and they were as scared as could